actually get a copy of feedback sent to you, so that when you get into your breakout room at random, you're able to refer back to it. So this is our amazing staff, which continues to bloom and grow. I remember when I started at RMMFI, I think there were like 8 people on staff, maybe 9 or 10. And so you can clearly see that we've like doubled, if not almost tripled that number, because there's such a need for what we do. And this is in fact the first boot camp where I've actually set in on interviews and the process, and we had to be so meticulously selective on who is here. So you all are like the cream of the crop, all of the entrepreneurs that are here. And we're so excited and thrilled just to see how your businesses grow. A warm introduction to John. I know not all of you know him yet, but John is on our capital team and he's our newest capital coordinator. And so he does a lot of hands-on connection with entrepreneurs along with Ryan as well. But John is really the main point of contact for our entrepreneurs. So if you all ever have any questions at all about lending, or even personally outside of our MMFI, if it's about like your credit score or how should I approach a bank or a funder or anything like that, John's a really good resource to talk to and talk through some of those things. We will further in the program have him come speak to our class as well. But if you have any questions in the meantime, definitely feel free to write down John's information and reach out to him. So I'll just give us a second there. Yeah, Veronica just said John's the best. I agree. Yes. Oh, John, you're on here. See, that's how invested he is. He's on here. So are quite a few other staff members. So awesome. Don't forget to follow us. We're on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and it's at RMMFI. Also, feel free, entrepreneurs and mentors too. I know some of y'all got businesses as well. If you want to, now's a really good time to go ahead and drop your social media handles into the chat. I like for everybody to be connected to one another and to support each other. So feel free to go ahead and drop your information in the chat if you would like other people to follow you. So I'll give everybody a second to do that. All right, I see those coming in. Cool. All right, I'll keep us rolling. So don't forget to subscribe either to the newsletter. The newsletter is packed full of information for both entrepreneurs and for our mentors. We have tons of things coming up. I know our MMFI has been working to build a strong relationship with like the Juneteenth festival. So there's going to be some discounted space at the festival for folks who would like to have a booth, if that's not already gone. That goes pretty quickly. We love to promote other people's summer markets and things like that, winter markets when it's holiday season. So definitely please connect that way as well, so that you can keep up to date with what's going on. Sometimes they are lengthy, but I'm going to tell you right now, I've talked to tons of entrepreneurs who are like, and mentors who are like, I don't know what's happening. And I'm like, did you read the newsletter? And they're like, oh. So please read those newsletters, even though they're lengthy. There's some awesome things coming up. And it's really nice to just stay informed on what's happening and how to get support. Mark your calendars for our second retrospective. That is happening June 29th. Same time, same Zoom link. And then our graduation, it's actually scheduled to be hybrid. So definitely feel free to mark this down. We don't have the exact location yet. Usually it's in the Denver metro area with one of our partner facilities. But definitely put that date down. If you can't make it in person, which is a fun time, I'm going to tell you right now, the food's delicious. We usually get catering from one of our previous graduates. There is a hybrid option, and we would love to have you join us either way. All right, so the rules of retro. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the marketing and operations pillars. Just as a reminder, we talk about 4 pillars during this program as being like the foundation or the main building bricks of a business. We talk about marketing, operations, financials, and management. The big rocks that we're going to focus on this evening are going to be who's your target market, so who's your 4%. What is your operations cycle? What does that look like? What is your right message, right audience? And what are your capital needs? Each person was given 8 slides in 6 minutes. So entrepreneurs, I'm going to manage the slides this evening. Definitely know that if you need me to move a little faster, just say, oh, I'm going to have to shut my window. Sorry. I don't know if y'all heard that, but it was pretty loud. If you need me to move the slides along, just say, Sydney, next slide. But I try to keep a good cadence with it. Also, I will lovingly stop you because our agenda is so packed tonight. I'll lovingly stop you if you go over your 6 minutes and ask you to wrap up. Yeah, and in the meantime, too, if you are not speaking, please mute yourself. That's something I'm gonna have to stop to shut my window, but please mute yourself. That'll help prevent disruptions when entrepreneurs are presenting. So entrepreneurs will present. Like I said, I'll control the slides. You can tell I've done this a few times. I don't even need the slide to read off of. Each presentation will have a scoring form. Veronica is going to drop that in the chat for me. So we'll make sure that scoring form gets popped up. It does move really quick, mentors. So I know sometimes you're like, I had all these ideas. If it's something where you're like, I really want to connect with the entrepreneur and give them some additional feedback, we can make that happen. Just let me know who, send me an email and I'll get you connected to them. No issue there. And then feedback is anonymous. If you score below, I believe it's like a 3, we ask you to explain why. I don't think, our whole team doesn't think it's fair to score someone really low without like giving them some feedback as to why and what your ideas are around that. So please make sure to give comments, even on good things too, though, if you have the time. And then entrepreneurs, I always get this question, when do I get my feedback? So we try to be pretty quick with it. It should be up by next week, and I send an email to you and your whole team to review. And no, entrepreneurs, you will not be scoring anyone tonight. You are welcome to take notes if you would like to give one of your peers some feedback and email them or something after the fact. That's totally cool. I've had entrepreneurs do that before, but you are just relaxing, doing your presentation and listening to others. But if you want to give feedback, feel free to just write that down separately. Don't use the form. And then the breakout forum. So you literally just get to talk to an entrepreneur. It's a chance just to meet another entrepreneur, give them some of the feedback from the evening, share your ideas, suggestions, connections, right? We have how many people in this room? We have almost 50 people in this room right now. So I know there are some connections out there. So definitely feel free to, say, hey, I think I know someone that might be able to support you or interested in what you're doing. Or whatever. Yeah. Let's connect everyone. Feedback should be high level, positive, right? Constructive criticism and honest. Part of this goes towards like completing this step goes towards how much eligibility an entrepreneur it has towards a loan. And so please know that that is something that's at stake, is that by entrepreneurs being here and presenting, pretty much I don't fail people. It's not like a pass fail, really. The only way to fail is by not showing up. And so really tonight is about showing up, presenting, sharing your ideas, getting feedback, and qualifying for at least $300 towards a loan. All right, so this is the presentation order. We are going to have Betsy, Carolyn, Farah Jane, Helena, Amana, Joanna, John, who's Kid Astronaut, Kat, Nikki, Nastasha, Tamara, and Zed. And at this time, I just want to say too, thank you so much to all of you mentors who are here. Like this is amazing. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at math. Let me get my calculator for reals. I do everything with a calculator. Let's see, 12 times 3. Well, no, I did that wrong. That's why I have a calculator. Typed too fast. 36 mentors in this program. I mean, that's huge. That's amazing. So thank you all for being here and for your support. And we're just really excited just to see how far everyone's come. So without a further ado, Helena, I think I messed up on this presentation order, but that's okay. Everybody has to present. Helena, are you there?
Yeah.
You're like,
so
oh,
funny.
I thought I
so
was
funny.
in the middle. Sorry.
I was like, oh, okay, I'm not going first. Oh, of course I'm going first.
You're going first. Sorry. Let me know when you're ready and I will start the timer.
Okay, I am ready.
Okay. And the scoring form is in the chat. So go ahead and get started.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Anyone that doesn't know me, my name is Helena, and I am the owner and creator of Forever Blooming. I'm based in Denver, but I really service all of Colorado. I specialize in modern floral preservation. So I preserve flowers from weddings in resin. My website is www.4, like the number 4everblooming.org. And that is my Instagram and my phone number, if you ever want to call me. So the number one thing that I always hear is that most people don't know what floral preservation is. So there's not that many floral preservation artists in Colorado. From the research that I've been able to do, I've learned that there's probably like 2 or 3 other women that are actually in business doing it. And we network and like send referrals to each other since there's only 3 of us. And I think there's only about less than 100 nationwide. So it's not something that, and everyone has been in business less than 2 years. So as far as I know, as far as the Colorado people. So it's not something that's very popular, but I think it's growing. I think the idea of preserving your wedding flowers is starting to become more trendy and people are learning about what it is. Since 2022, this year will be the highest wedding season in 44 years. My job this year is to educate people on floral preservation. So hopefully by 2023, 2024, people are just incorporating it into their wedding budget as opposed to an afterthought after their flowers are dried up. So my target customer is someone who I've during this process, I've learned that I am a luxury business. I know it's not something that is required or needed, but it is something that is kind of luxury. And being able to keep your flowers is kind of a luxury item, I think, you know. So I'm usually marketing, catering to people, mostly women who are between 25 and 45. Not just the brides who are getting married, but also the mother-in-laws or the mothers or the grandparents who are wanting to gift the bouquet as a memory. So someone who is really nostalgic and loves to keep memories and loves to keep unique gifts. My overall goal is to cater to anyone who's getting married in Colorado and is looking to either gift someone a unique gift for their bridesmaid or for their brides, or to make a unique gift for themselves. My 4 Ps. And I go back to this because my biggest goal this year is education, since not a lot of people know about floral preservation. So my message, one thing I hear a lot is I wish I knew about you. I wish I had heard about you 6 months ago or 2 months ago. I would have, given you my flowers. So my biggest message right now is don't throw away your bouquet. Let me keep it for you. Let me preserve it for you so that you can keep it forever, pass it down to your children, give, you like to give your bridesmaids gifts, you like to give your parents gifts from your wedding day. So the biggest message I have is to not throw your bouquet away. I want people to understand that this is kind of like a more luxury item. So it is $350 to $475. It could get higher than that. But I'm based in Colorado, mostly Denver, but yeah, don't throw your bouquets away. Don't throw your flowers away. Give them to me all the time. I've been in business since July 2021. And the best marketing I've been able to do is on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. That's where I get most of my clients from. I'm not really on Etsy, only because of the fees, and I've heard like pretty horrible things. But the next step I plan on taking is collaborating with florists, and I do a lot of memorial flowers. So collaborating with funeral homes and possibly like vet clinics if they already don't have someone that does memorials for them, as well as wedding planners. So wedding planners will help be able to incorporate flower preservation as part of like a regular budget for a bride or groom or whoever's getting married. Right now I do a lot of vendor events. I want to work my way up to wedding expos. So that is my next marketing plan of action, is being able to just have a booth, so that brides just come to you and you don't have to go to brides all the time. And eventually later down the line, I'd like to get an email newsletter going out just to keep that education piece going, inform people about like what floral preservation is and all the possibilities that you can do with your flowers. That's a picture of a recent bouquet that I just did, and that's a ring holder as well as just like a hexagon display that people love. So the big rocks. So right now I run everything by myself, myself and I all day, from marketing to operations to everything, packaging. I do it all. What I really need right now is money, because the cost of resin is not cheap. It was definitely a very expensive hobby to get into in the beginning.
And sorry,
So,
Helena, you have to wrap up soon.
okay, sorry. So I am looking for finances to eventually get a studio space because I work from home. Go ahead. So this is my operation cycle. I learned a lot about my operation cycle and what I really do versus what I thought I did. And starting from even just ordering supplies all the way to packaging off the flowers to the client. You can go to the next one. Yeah, and so these are really my capital needs. I believe that there's probably more that I spend every month, but being able to rent a studio, getting all the supplies I need, and going to the vendor events are like my main income or costs every month right now. And right now I pay for everything by myself. So yeah.
Awesome. Great work. Good job. So perfect. So what I'm going to do is give our mentors a second to wrap up their thoughts. I told you it moves quick. Definitely feel, yeah, I know 6 minutes, it's fast. So mentors, go ahead and finish up those slide or the survey or feedback. Ooh, my brain, the feedback. And we will move on to Farah Jane. And Farah, I see that you are here. Hello.
Yeah. I thought I was heard. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. You have an echo.
Hold on. All right.
Yes, not my slide for some reason. I have I don't know, something weird happened. So everybody's order is going to be different than what I
Okay,
originally
because
presented.
it
Sorry.
wasn't working on my computer.
All right. Let's see. Veronica dropped into the chat Farah Jane's feedback form. I don't know why I'm struggling. It's been a long day for me. That's why. I thought it was Friday too, so that could have something to do with it. So
quick question.
Yeah.
The application of learning section, what is that in the feedback form?
Give me a second. Let me open it
Because
up.
it's after the overall presentation section, so it seems like the form kind of finishes. And then there's one more after it. I'm just not really sure where it fits in.
Yeah, let me take a look really quick. Hold on, I gotta pull it up. My computer's running slow. I'm gonna guess it's just moving slow, that it implies just overall maybe of applying the knowledge that's given in class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, someone just said the same thing, understanding of larger concepts. So sorry, I had to go actually look at the form because my brain doesn't.
Okay, that's fine, no worries.
Okay. Yeah, I see operations. Yeah, so just overall the broader concepts. And if they seem like they applied the broader concepts to their business. Thank you for asking that. Any other questions too? I guess I should ask that. Any other questions? Okay. All right. Farah Jane, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead and get started.
Hi, bonsoir. My name is Farah Jane Jean-Pierre. I'm the owner and chef of Frita Haitian Cuisine. It's a Haitian food truck that specializes in Haitian street food in the Denver metro area. We also provide catering service to corporate events, birthday parties, graduation, weddings, and any other special events. We move around Denver metro area. And also you can find us on social media with our location and hours on Instagram and Facebook, or go to our website. And we focus mostly on breweries and apartments, festival, and farmers market. We promise you with Haitian free Thai cuisine, you will color your day with a Caribbean bite. We can go to the next one.
Sorry, my computer just froze up for a second.
It's fine.
It has too many applications running. I tried to open up the the presentation feedback form, and then it slowed down everything. So give it just a second and I will get the next slide up. Uh-oh. Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Farah, why don't you start talking about the next slide and
Okay.
I will get it up.
Okay, no
Thank
problem.
you. Sorry about this.
So my ideal 4% customers are millennials between the age of 25 to 40 years old, and then people who like to travel, that likes to try new food, exotic food, own or rent in the Denver metro area, and then professionals who work 9 to 5 job on weekdays and have evenings of open and weekends available, because they can go to breweries, festival, farmers market, and also they can go, their apartment can bring the truck, and then they can have dinner because the truck will be in front of their apartment. The four P's. So We specialize mostly, fritai means fried food in Haiti, and it's the name of our street food. We specialize on street food in the truck. And then we have griot, which is one of our famous fried pork dish marinated in sour orange, fried plantains, coconut rice and beans. Our price varies between $6.25 for appetizers and $15 for entries. And then, as I mentioned before, we do go to breweries, apartment, schools when they contact us, festivals and farmers market. And then we are the only Haitian food truck in Denver metro area. So it's a unique Haitian experience you will have here. Marketing action plan. So we started last year by doing pop-up tents at farmers market. We were on newspapers such as 303 magazine, Denver Right. We started doing catering as well. A lot of social media presence, and then our website, and also word of mouth. And the big rocks, wool, mostly the prep, cooking, inventory is done by me. And then like material supplies, my husband helps me with the back of the house with maintenance, deep cleaning. We both do it together. And what a better POS, we'll need a better POS system for inventory management, budgeting system, more ads on Facebook, Instagram, and Google. And then we use a commissary kitchen for prep and cooking and refrigeration. So the cycle, basically we schedule breweries dates and hours like 2 months in advance. We organize calendar to avoid overbooking. We post weekly locations and hours on social media. We go to Restaurant Depot, Sam's Club for supplies, and then prep the food, and then stay on top of email for catering inquiries or private events. Organize the food trailer with all needed supplies, and travel to destination to work and set up to sell. So we have some needs coming up, such as finishing paying the SUV that pulls the trailer, a better POS system that can provide inventory management and budget system, renewal for propane permit coming up, Boulder mobile license we want to get, and we want to get the whole Colorado department license. Right now we only have Denver license, and then renewal that's coming up, and then a marketing budget to put ourselves more out there, which we plan by personal investment, reinvestment from the business, credit cards, and obviously the RMMFP loans. Thank you.
Awesome. If we could for reals come off mute and give Farah Jane a round of applause, because my computer just freaked out and she literally did that whole presentation memory. So
Amazing.
yay. Thank you, Farah. I'm so sorry. I think, Veronica, if we can switch, if you can run them, because my computer just completely freaked out. So Veronica's going to get the slides up. That's going to give folks some time to finish up the scoring form.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is there any way we can see her 4 Ps in messaging slide again? I completely missed that. And I thought maybe they were out of order. It could have just been me.
Oh, no, it's not you. My computer stopped working.
Yeah, that's
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And while we have those missing slides up for a second, Betsy, you are on deck. So you will be next, and we shouldn't have any more glitches. Thank you, Veronica, for coming in. Huh, Alex?
Sorry, Sydney. Can I see the marketing action plan slide?
Yeah.
That's the one I was missing. Yeah, I did see this one. Yep.
Thank you. Oh, those are great pictures. Yeah, it's awesome.
You did a really great job, Brian.
Yeah,
Thank
great
you.
job.
Mhm.
Thank you.
All right, Betsy, are you there?
I'm here.
Awesome. All right, so I'm going to start the timer whenever you're ready. And
Okay.
thank you, Veronica, for running the slides. Like I said, my computer just freaked out. So if you need them to be advanced, just ask Veronica and she'll
Okay.
advance them for us. All right,
Okay.
whenever you're ready, get started.
Hi, my name is Betsy Keel and I own Alpenflora, a gardening business in Vail. I have been designing and maintaining gardens in Vail for 18 years. Most of my clients have been with me for at least 10 years. Whether you're a primary or secondary homeowner, you can trust your garden with me. Okay. The market for landscaping in Vail is hot. The demand far exceeds the supply of gardeners and landscapers. You can see by these slides, the market share of wealthy homeowners is increasing and homes needing gardeners abound in the valley. Okay. My 4% ideal customer. And just so you guys all know, these are truly my customers. They really do dress like this. It is a Vail Valley homeowner that truly is has a highly competitive nature. And you say, what? Why would you want that? Because my 4% ideal customer wants his or her garden to be the best on the block, and money is absolutely no object. It just has to look fantastic all the time. Okay. My 4 Ps. My 4 Ps start with window boxes, containers, and garden design and maintenance. As every property is unique, it takes time to customize to client and space. Prices per hour start at $55. And the best part of my job is every job site or my office is different. Okay. I'm going to give you a little lowdown of my window boxes. And these normally go along railings and are watered by irrigation. Window boxes definitely set your home apart from the neighbors. Okay. Containers can be big or small, but normally welcome someone to an entrance or outside living space. Okay. And the garden design and maintenance part of my business, it makes a statement, whether it be to others or yourself, that you care about your inner peace and want to surround yourself with nature and its calming properties. Okay. The marketing action plan. My truck is at job sites all over the Vail Valley, so an easy and cheap way for people to know who's maintaining the gardens is by a magnetic sign on my truck with my business card parked out front of the gorgeous gardens. The word of mouth, or at least my big mouth, gets me jobs because I will talk to anyone. For example, I was at the AT&T store and obviously I'm always dirty, and this woman asked if I was a gardener. Long story short, yep, I have a new client. And the networking, I'm not really always putting myself out there, but I'm going to put myself in Vail to the Vail Valley business women to meet some new people and some new contacts. Okay. My big rocks. So my business is a relaunch. And so I have all the tools, the small tools to start. I would love to have one more employee just to help me complete all the tasks that I have. I have a truck and a minivan, and my office is all the people's properties. Okay. And my operation cycle, because it is a service business, I perform the service and then I get paid. And when I have big plant orders, I usually get paid upfront for my flowers or soil or whatever. Okay. My capital needs are basically working capital. I can employ more people, purchase more flowers if I have money in the bank. And these are just some of the things that I always need and want. And the next one. This is my business. And if you have any questions, my email is alpenflora7@gmail.com. You can ask me any because it's under 6 minutes.
It was under 6 minutes. Great work, Betsy. Good job. So I will let folks wrap up their feedback. Emma had dropped it in the chat for us. Thank you, Emma.
Can we take a look at the 4 Ps of messaging slide again?
Yep, we have a little bit of time. And that means Carolyn, you are on deck.
Is promotion equal to messaging? Is that what that means, Betsy?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Carolyn, are you there? I see you. Oh, you're still muted.
Sorry about that.
You're fine. I'm having a day. So
No, and I was just like, I don't know what button I hit, but anyway.
all right, whenever let's see, Emma is going to drop in the chat for us your feedback survey, and then I'll let the mentors open it up. So let's give everybody a second to close out the last one.
See there. What did I do again? Nope.
You're here. We hear you.
I know, but I can't see the screen.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, there. I don't know what this button is, but okay, fine. I'm not touching nothing else.
I swear we're in retrograde. This is the most today.
All right. I'm ready.
You can see?
I can see you now. Yes.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So go ahead and get started. At mentors, the feedback survey is in the chat, and go for it, Carolyn, whenever you're ready.
Hello, everyone. My name is Carolyn King, and I am the co-owner of the Progressive Pantry. We are an online grocery store that connects the demand for traceable and fairly sourced food to the eco-conscious consumer. Our target customer has already started their sustainability journey through CSAs or community gardens. Our mission is to centralize locally sourced pantry items, create an easy path to the 1% waste reduction, and to further connect consumers to their food producers. I encourage you all to just check us out at www.theprogressivepantry.com and shop small to make a big change. Next slide, please. So my market environment, currently right now, there are approximately 393 plus apartments here in Denver, and approximately only 18% of Denver's waste gets recycled or composted due to the fact that the apartment complexes don't offer recycling or any type of composting measures. Conversely, there are also 15 community-sponsored agriculture or CSA services serving Denver residents, in contrast to 120 medium to large grocery store chains that are located in the Denver metro area. Plus 20 food and meal kit delivery companies just ready to serve Denver. So what we're going to want to do is to focus on the customers who are participating in the CSAs or community gardens and are wanting to expand their sustainability journey despite the limitations they have with apartment living. Next slide, please. My target customer or women between the ages of 25 and 55 years old, college educated, politically engaged, and again, are CSA or neighborhood garden members. And why that population? Women are concerned with food. They make the food, they're tasked with getting the food most of the time. I know there's some men who do, but also we are the child bearers. And we also give birth to, girl children. So it is very important to us that we pay attention to food, also from just our health and the health of our children as they develop. Next slide, please. My 4 Ps. Our products will be locally sourced pantry items and also organic single source spices. Our price points for at least the spices fall well within the range of premium spices that are out there in the market within 50 cents. So I'm feeling, pretty confident that people won't balk at it. Plus, you have to really think about what you're not getting as opposed to what you are getting. The placement, again, focuses on customers who are already on that journey and want to look for new ways to do it. If you're living in an apartment, you don't have options around, double pane windows or composting, or may not even have a balcony to create maybe a garden, a windowsill garden. So what are those options? What can happen for an apartment dweller who is looking to expand their sustainable mission? So our promotion is shop small for a big change. Again, these women are politically engaged. They want to make a change. They feel like they are part of the continuum because again, women, we give birth, we see ourselves well within that, circle of life. And we want to give back and we want it easy. So if that by purchasing from this store or these products are going to help a local food artisan or going to help the global missions that are out there that we all care about, why wouldn't you do it? Next slide, please. My action plan. This food is very intimate and it's very political. So I figure pop-ups and flyers in the CSA boxes is a good way to connect to not just our ideal customer, but anybody who's interested in just amping up their sort of local food consumption. We want to, again, make it easy for people to access. Right now, it's pretty scattered. Social media, I am of that generation, TikTok, but I'm going to learn. So Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, but also looking at video productions on YouTube and Restream. So we'd also like to create a podcast called Sustainability for the Rest of Us as another option to keep engaged with our customer and keep in conversation. Also, I want to partner with cultural dining experiences. I've, identified at least one where I can sort of show off the spices and, have conversations about food, and also partnering with plant or herb sellers. As a cook, I cook fresh with fresh herbs and I cook with dry herbs. So it seems to me a natural sort of relationship. Next slide, please. The big rocks, who? It's just me and my husband, Charlie. I think I have enough energy to, help, and he does the back office work. Also, we're wanting to employ or hire a 3PL because we think that'll be a lot easier than all of these different, items in our garage. We don't have a garage. We live in an apartment. So we really need to be clear about where we're going to ship out of and storage where it's safe. So again, 3PL is where our business will sort of, the energy of that business, at least on the shipping side, will happen. And then a home office where I can, sort of engage with our customers either through, again, the podcast, possibly a blog, and through videos. Next slide, please.
And then Carolyn, it's time
Yes.
to start wrapping up.
Okay, so operation cycle, before a customer gets a product, contact a potential vendor, email for alignment, host a meeting with the vendor, vendor sends samples, If I like it, I make an order, set up the delivery schedule, contact 3PL, and then make some projections for future orders, and also put this listing on our website and social media notifications. Next slide, please. And as far as our capital needs, we're just looking at possibly getting a designated computer system that'll host all of our videos and any social media stuff. We want to purchase a good amount of stock, and the marketing will just be maybe flyers for the CSAs. We're hoping to get funding, of course, through, self-funded Patreon for the podcast and our MMFI loans. Next slide, please. And again, my name is Carolyn King, and I'm co-founder of the Progressive Pantry, www.theprogressivepantry.com. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Carolyn. So appreciate you. You did great.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm happy you found us on your screen. I've done that before, and I was like, sorry, everyone, I'm shutting down. Like, I can't find where Zoom went. I'll have to get back on in a minute. And I do Zoom all the time, so it happens. Awesome. Thank you so much. And mentors, go ahead and wrap up. Next, we have Amana. Amana, are you here?
I am here.
Awesome. Okay, so let's give everybody just one more second. Emma is going to drop in the chat, if she hasn't done so already, your form, and we will get started soon. Give us just a second. All right, perfect. So Emma's dropped into the chat mentors Amana's form. And Amana, whenever you're ready, go ahead and get started, and I will start the timer.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Imana Sechweyo. I am the administrator of Tumfatu Movement Masters. I am a Black belt, first degree Black belt, and certified Black belt instructor. We are located in Denver, Colorado, off of Ilive and Quebec. And we are at Movement Masters on all social media and movementmasters.com. And that's our website. That's our phone number down there. And you can reach us by email at im@movementmasters.com. Tumfatu means power movement. And it's a lesser known form of martial arts. You can go ahead. I'm sorry. It's a lesser known form of martial arts based on power, not strength. What does our competitive market look like? Well, the competitive market for martial arts is filled with various different forms of martial arts, and they're literally everywhere. However, Tumfatu offers martial movement therapy for power advantage and managing trauma response. What that means is our classes, again, are not based on strength, but it's on power, indwelling understanding of yourself. Within the Denver market, there isn't another business that services our specific niche. You can go on. Our 4% is, I like to say, we help the broken but not broke professional who's recently hit hard times rebuild and move forward with the people that they love in their lives. We uncover their power and confidence to help them take control of their lives, relationship, and their careers. And they're also the indirect benefactors. The indirect benefactors are the people who love this person who has just simply hit hard times. Recently, we had
I can't hear her right now.
and also,
Okay, Imana, I'm so sorry, but you said recently, and as soon as you said that, your sound completely cut out. Can you restart that piece, please? I apologize to interrupt you, but
yeah, can you hear me now?
yeah, I'm serious. We're having bad tech issues. It's not just me. So you're good.
Okay. Recently, as in the 4%, or recently about the event?
The event.
Oh, yeah. So recently we had an event, and one of our students' wives spoke up about how her husband has always been pretty aggressive and easily angered in the past, but through our training, he has learned patience, peace, and calmness. And that's exactly what our training provides. Collaborators is also within our 4%. Collaborators is also within our 4% because we look at who else can benefit from this training, right? And that is school teachers or counselors. And that's because they are the ones that are working desperately to help, a student or, help a family move from a recently hard hit time to a better space. So that is our ideal customer. And I know that's a pretty broad 4%, but that's where we are. Next slide, please. How will my four P's and brand experience offer? So our product is traditional training and trauma response training. And again, the traditional training, to be honest, is the trauma response training, but I separated it for people who just want a specific type of training. In traditional training, you get everything. You gain greater confidence, you gain your power, you gain peace of mind, and you also get the ability to respond to trauma much easier. Our price is roughly $277 a month. That's why I said not broke, because you have to have the resources to heal yourself and move forward in life. And so that's who we're targeting. That's the ones who do have these kind of resources. We are online at Instagram, Facebook, social media, and email is where we'll find our 4%. And physical is school counselors. And these are just some places that, we're collaborating with: school counselors, marijuana shop owners, gyms, and divorce care services. Our message is: we help the broken but not broke professional who recently hit hard time rebuild and move forward with the people you love in your life. And we help you uncover your power, confidence to take control of your life, relationship, and your career. Next slide. So our marketing plan, I do have two other people on my team. Brittany, she is doing the direct marketing. So she is on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Google, TikTok, and Pinterest. And Bird does the collaboration and indirect marketing. So he reaches out to community leaders and other small business owners. Brittany also manages the email and text messaging communication, and instructors and myself are responsible for getting our students to do the word of mouth. So that is our 4 main tactics there. Next slide. And who does what? So right now I have 9 instructors, myself included, and we deliver the service. And then I have 3 members on my marketing team who markets the services. What do I need to deliver this service? I need my website redone right now. I also need a comprehensive admin setup, meaning that right now the way the service is someone comes in, say they want to sign up, I pull out a piece of paper and a pen, they fill it out, I go in and I set up credit card information, et cetera, et cetera. So I need something that's a little bit more efficient than paper and pen, and et cetera, et cetera. And I also need to bring Brittany and Bird on in a paid position. They are volunteers right now and they do a good job. However, I think we could do a better job if they were receiving income, because since they're not receiving income, they kind of put me at the bottom of the barrel and things get lost and communication doesn't always go out in a timely manner.
Mana, I just want to let you know it's time to wrap up.
Okay. Next slide. So our operation cycle is engage on social media, invite to a showing, sign up for the intro class, and then they continue on the journey. And then along that journey, we sell them a uniform, t-shirt, and a journey journal. And then we sell the test, and then they continue on into that class, the Green Belt class. And then we sell them a t-shirt, journey journal, and gear. And then from then on, they are offered journey tokens that are not necessary, but they can buy. Next slide. And my capital needs are, now this looks like a hefty amount, but my monthly total is $8,289. That is because I do want to bring Britton Bird on in a paid position. And I would also like to receive some income as well, because my rent is $2,600. Marketing is $500. Administrative setup and website will be a one-time purchase, but that does add up. And who is the funding sources? Me, mainly, and students and loans. And then for what is not covered, the instructors dig in their pockets and they cover the rest. So that is all. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation.
Awesome. Good work, Imana. Great job. And it's really cool that you're a black belt and your testimonial. That was awesome. Great work. Okay, so up next, we have Nikki. Nikki, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. Yeah, we can hear you great. Your new computer's
Yay.
working wonderfully. So I am going to give everybody a second just to wrap up with Imana's feedback, and then Emma is going to drop for me your feedback survey, which she just did. Thank you, Emma. And Veronica has your slides all queued up. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and get started, and I'll start the timer.
Okay. My name's Nikki. I'm founder of Junebug Summer Camp. It's a forest school inspired summer camp located in Denver and Wash Park. Our goal is to foster a positive relationship with self, others, and nature through art, science, and most importantly, play. You can find us at www.junebugscamp.com. We also have Instagram and Facebook. So the market environment, there's lots of families in Wash Park, and about 7.5% of the population is children under 5. So there's hundreds of camps out there, and I've only been able to find 3 other camps that offer like nature-based care for younger children. And what makes Junebugs unique is that it's for younger kids, and it gives kids a lot of time to free play and make those connections with nature. So a lot of other camps, it's like activity, but Junebugs really slows it down and gives kids time to play and be kids. And we also incorporate mindfulness. So my target customer is obviously parents of young children, but more specifically, it's parents who really value spending outdoor time with their kids and want those experiences for their children. So parents that take their kids hiking, camping, paddleboarding, biking, and there's a lot of those kinds of families in Denver. So it's great. Usually these are working parents with some flexibility, since it is a part-time camp. Usually the families have like a nanny or au pair or stay-at-home parent, or they work from home and have some kind of flexibility with their time. So my 4 Ps, the product is nature-focused childcare for kids age 3 to 7. The price is $85 a day. The location is Wash Park. And my promotion is give your child the gift of time spent outside with Junebug Summer Camp. This is my marketing plan. So most of my leads come from word of mouth. So I usually will send out a flyer when registration is open. It gives everyone on my email list time to sign up, and then also something to share with other parents at school or their friends or whoever. My next plan is to print these flyers out and put them up at local rec centers. And then about a third of my leads from what my website says anyway, come from Instagram and Facebook. So I think investing some of my money in some ads on Instagram and Facebook could be good. And then I've been talking to a company called Trading for Trails. They offer free and affordable outdoor gear for whoever in Denver. So we've been talking about having maybe a clothing swap at some point where families can come and donate their used gear and potentially pick up new gear. So those are kind of my ideas for next summer. My big rock. So people, it's been only me. This summer I did hire an assistant, and I'm hoping next summer I can hire one more lead and one more assistant. So camp takes place in Wash Park. I have a storage unit in my apartment that kind of holds all the materials. And then my office is my apartment. Equipment I use, technology, I use my phone, my computer, internet, my car. For actual camp itself, I have a lot of things that I buy. It's all over my apartment right now. So basic hygiene things like a hand washing statement, hand sanitizer. I have a tiny little potty for emergencies and a little privacy tent if kids need to like change or whatever. Safety products like first aid kind of stuff. And then the learning materials. Sorry, I have a weird bird clock. That's like craft materials. Each kid gets like a little bag and a little journal in it, stuff like that. And then we can go through the workflow on the next slide. Okay, so the first thing that I do when it's time to register is I'll update the website. Then I announce via email and share the flyer so parents can sign up and share with their friends. Then after those initial registrations go through, I'll market to new families on Facebook and Instagram. After families sign up and pick the days that they want, I send them like the official form if they haven't filled it out yet, and they have to pay a fee to hold their spot. Then I send them their confirmed schedule. I collect payment from them. And then I, based on like kind of the group per day, I'll plan activities. And then from there, I know what materials I need to buy. Here are my capital needs. This is kind of based off of what I spent last year and some new things that have come up. So you can see like probably like $700 on materials for cleaning and learning. And then rent, storage, internet, website, those kinds of things are included in that 7,000. This is about what I spent on gas, or what I will spend on gas with these gas prices. And professional development is like CPR, first aid, and classes like this. And then this is what I projected I'd spend on employees this year. And mostly I can fund it with the money that comes in from the business. So far, so good with that. So.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nikki. We appreciate you. That was great.
Thanks.
I really like your logo.
Thank you.
It's cute. Next up, we have Joanna. Joanna, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Awesome. Yep, we can hear you loud and clear. So let's give everyone just a second to finish up with Nikki's feedback. And Emma is going to drop into the chat your feedback form, and then we'll get started.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm really excited to hear. I've heard from a few people that your food is really good. Well, all of the food here I've heard is really good for all the entrepreneurs, by the way. But I've been hearing good things about you. Were you at the sunflower market, right? You met Noelle?
Sun Market.
Sun Market? Yeah, Sun Market a couple weeks ago. So you met my friend Noelle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Before we start, I'm just gonna grab my laptop charger. 1 second.
Okay, go ahead. Yes, that's important. Like I said, today's been really kooky, yo, with like the tech. Like, I'm happy that Joanna grabbed her charger. Nikki had a cuckoo clock go off. which is really cool because I haven't met anyone under the age of 55 with a cuckoo clock. So that's awesome.
Every hour is a different bird. It's a
Oh,
little chaotic.
which bird
but
was
I
it this
refuse to get
this
rid of it.
hour? Huh?
I don't know.
Sounded like a warbler. That was my guess. I was like, it was a red-breasted warbler. And watch, it's right.
It looks red-breasted from here, honestly.
Oh my gosh.
You're probably right.
All right, so Joanna's coming. If y'all ask, why does Sydney even know these things? I went to college for natural resources. Somehow that's where I ended up. So, and no, I did not want to be a park ranger, but I have a respect for, yes, bird nerds, birding. I'm more of a leaf peeper myself. And now's a great time while Joanna went to grab the charger. We're a little over halfway through. So why don't we do this? Why don't we all take like a quick little 5-minute break and we'll start right at 7:05. We'll start right at 7:05.
You want us to take a 5-minute, it's only
Yeah,
6:40.
Yeah, go ahead and take a 5-minute break.
It's 6:48.
Yeah,
Is it 6:48?
yeah, so that's a little longer.
Oh my gosh, sorry. I misread the time. So 6:55. I'm telling you, y'all, I'm having a day, but I'm here. Sometimes that's all that matters is just showing up. Yeah, thank you. As you said, great idea on the potty break.
So did everyone really go take their break?
Yeah, for reals. Everybody's gone.
Okay. I
And
thought I thought they were talking about the time because like we didn't have enough time to take a break.
oh yeah, no. Yeah, no, I told her, like, go ahead, go to the bathroom. I think Joanna's computer legitimately died too. So
Oh, okay.
she was trying to catch it and it died. So I felt like that was just an indicator
That we needed a break.
that we needed a break.
Okay.
Acércate a mi pantalón, dale. Vamos a pegarnos como animales. Si necesitas reggaetón, dale. Sigue bailando, mami, no pare.
All right, everyone. Sorry to cut off the jams. I know some of you were jamming out, but I do want to get us back and started. Joanna is here. Veronica, I have the slides back up again. So if it freaks out again, I know you're there to catch me if I fall. So thank you. If you don't mind dropping into the chat again, Joanna's feedback forum, either Emma or Veronica. Thank you both for stepping up and doing that. And Joanna, whenever we'll give folks a few minutes. If y'all can hear me, come on back. Come on back, come back. We'll let folks get their scoring form up. And then Joanna, whenever you're ready, go ahead and get started and I will start the 6-minute timer.
Hello, everybody. My name is Joanna. I am the owner of Joanna's Kitchen. We specialize in authentic West African cuisines to Pacific Ghanaian food. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and our website. Our phone number is listed as well. Next slide, please. Okay, what does my competitor market look like and where do I fit in?
It's not me this time, is it? Oh, okay.
Oh, I love her too.
Okay,
No. Joanna, can you start over on this slide really quick? You froze right when you started. It's okay. It's just one, we've all decided it's just one of those meetings where things just glitch. So go ahead and restart. You might have to turn your camera off too. I think it's just a lot of bandwidth with the camera on too. That should help.
Should I start at the first one or just the slide?
From the beginning of the marketing slide, and we can hear you clear now.
Okay, got it. Okay, so what does my competitors market looks like and where do I fit in? Most people want healthy, quick grab and go meals and they want it to be accessible to them. I do believe that 77% of Americans do prefer home cooked meals over dining out or over fast food. At this moment, there isn't any West African meal prep available at all in Denver, all in Colorado. And my top 3 competitors are Supper Bell, the Spice Radish, and 5 eggs. We specialize in having person. Okay, my 4 ideal rather grab a healthy homemade meal than fast food. I am targeting teachers, nurses, college students, or a person with special need that are wanting healthy meals available. And my meal preps would give people a chance to try new recipes, new flavors, and see if they. I feel like it's important to have meal preps available because it helps if you're on a diet to help you plan ahead and also help you stay on track as well because you're able to customize it to your liking. My 4 P's at how would your 4 P's branding experience offer the best possible solutions? Weekly meal preps, 1 meal for 12, or get a bundle, 10 for 100. Freezer ready, no prep needed. So it's already made. It's just either warming it up and it's ready to eat. Long day at work, looking for a healthy dinner alternatives. Joanna's Kitchen is here to help. We offer vegan and gluten-free options. So we target people that have
And then Joanna, your audio cut out again. It's okay, keep going. I just wanted to let you know. Can you start from the top with the marketing action plan?
Yes, my marketing action plan would be having a YouTube channel loop of what I am going through or doing. I definitely feel like my social media with my Facebook and Instagram is always helpful. Pop-ups events. At this moment, I am doing a couple farmers markets, but I'm also focusing on, since I have a storefront that carries my meals, popping up at that location. So I'm able to interact and talk more with my clients that are getting my food on the regular. And then I'm also planning some upcoming brunches. So being able to have events, being intentional, and for people to come try my different food that I offer, I think that's important. And then having posters either at the stores or having it at different location where you're going to consistently see my logo and my products. Okay, my big rocks. What are the big rocks and that must be put in place to deliver my products? Well, I do wear the hats. I am the chef, the prep, the deliver, and at this moment, my meals are in a container and a lid. I am looking to having like a sealed on it to help with the lifespan. Labels, commissary, kitchen, transportation, and then vehicle. Where at this current moment, I am at Sun Market, but I'm also talking to a couple of co-ops to see where I'll be able to fit into. And I'm also targeting neighborhood grocery stores because I want people to have that connection that it's made local and it's not just made a couple months ahead of time. Okay, my operation cycle. So at this moment, with just Sun Market, I am totaling about 40 meals per week, and I am dropping out Mondays and Fridays. So I'm scheduling my drop-offs. I have my vehicle that I go to pick up all my supplies, either it be Restaurant Depot, Sam's Club, Costco, African Market, and then I am going to my commissary kitchen, prepping everything. And then I am giving it time for it to cool down before packaging and labeling. And then I'm dropping off at Sun Market and picking up the previous payment from the last drop off.
And Joanna, your speaker went out again. Which is okay because we can all read here for the most part. So I think that we're at the capital needs slide. As you all can see, Joanna, your audio is just out, so I'll finish this one up. But van down payment, marketing materials.
I just froze up.
Oh, there you go. Okay, yes, go ahead.
Okay, so with my capital at this moment, I am looking at getting a cargo van or a vehicle that make it a little bit more easier to transport. Marketing materials, packaging supplies that includes a machine that would seal my products to make my lifespan longer. I am looking at what I'm trying to do. And then my registration costs as far as my wholesale license. So at this moment, I am looking at personal funds, loans, and then also a crowd start.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Joanna. Everybody, round of applause.
Woo, you did great.
Yeah, you did. We made it. And you did great. You were an awesome presenter. Technology difficulties, not your fault. So it happens, but your presentation was great. Next up, we have Kid Astronaut. Kid Astronaut, are you there?
Here we go. Yes, I am here.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So let's give everybody a second to wrap up on Joanna's form. Kid Astronaut, John, scoring form is in the chat. So if you all could open that up. And let's give everybody a second. All right, Kid Astronaut, whenever you're ready, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. You could switch to the other slide. So I am Kid Astronaut. I create hip hop, R&B, and punk music. I also create original content, music videos, and I play live shows. My company is twofold. We also create music for companies and brands that need original compositions for their productions. So these are film, TV, and video game companies. We will license original music to them. You could go to the next slide. I, alongside my mentors, came up with 3 specific goals that we're working on for this next chapter. Number 1 is finding a booking agent for local, national, international shows, finding a licensing agent for placements in film and TV productions, and also to grow the fan base. Next slide. So I call my fan base the aliens. This is a way to not only reclaim that term because it's definitely been something that's been used negatively, but I also believe that people come from all backgrounds and all differences. And while I think anyone can and should be a Kid Astronaut fan, personally, I think the music is pretty cool. Our 4% target customer would be people who enjoy hip hop, R&B, punk music, spirituality, nature, they're health conscious, things like that. On the client side, we're looking for companies that are a part of technology industries who also work within spirituality, fashion, culture, and ad agencies that need original and engaging compositions. Next slide. So the target or the market environment, I believe overall, especially when you think about hip hop music, it can have a negative impact or a negative view in the world. This is both in lyrics and the visuals that come out of the genre. But as an alternative, we want to create everything with the ideas of love, community, and connection as a part of our brand. And so we think that's going to separate us and set us apart. Yeah, next slide. So the biggest message that we have to deliver is that we want to make the world a better place. And we also want to, especially in our live shows, create actionable items that people can leave the audience with, whether that's building community within the other aliens as a part of our network, or making themselves and the world better, picking up trash. We're definitely vocal about gun violence and its negative impact on society and the world. So yeah, those are just a list of things that we want to impact and impress upon. Next slide. So the action plan is to use tools such as Facebook, Google Ads, flyers. We also want to partner with other brands and bands. And as far as organic reach, a couple of people have talked about it, but TikTok is something that we use and we're excited about its possibility, and also just the creativity that we're able to do on that platform. Next slide. So the big rocks, I have a band. My band is called The Nebula. I also, as I said, work with an in-house team of songwriters and producers. We're working on finding our booking agent, our licensing agent. And yeah, I'm not gonna go too much into this, but we have pretty much all of the resources that we need. Now we're just focusing on growing that outside of Denver and expanding our network. Next slide. So as far as the operation cycle, both tiers are pretty much the same initially. Myself or our booking agent or our licensing agent will find a lead, contact me. I'll work out the details with the team, finalize the contracts. We'll either play the show or return the deliverable to the client. And one thing that we really want to say as a selling point to our brand is that we will beat your deadline. So we want to get your track back to you as quickly as possible so that we can move on and you can have that piece out of your mind. Next slide. Capital needs. So we're looking for 10,000. We're gonna use most of that to run, or half of that to run ads on the music videos, the content. We have a lot of great stuff coming out. Starting next Friday, we're releasing a project every week. And then a 2-week tour run through the West Coast. I definitely want to really focus on Seattle because I love the music community there and the R&B scene is growing. So I'm excited to reach that community. Next slide. You'll see a QR code right here. If you scan that, you can go to music, events, videos. My Twitter and Instagram is there. My website is there. Yeah, next slide. And the biggest thing that we would love you to do is stream the music. It's on all streaming platforms, and come see us at a show. If you go back to that last slide and scan the QR code, you will be able to see what we got as far as events coming up. So I'm Kid Astronaut, let's go.
Great work, Kid Astronaut. What he didn't tell you is that he's actually going to be opening for Busta Rhymes like here in the next week or two. And I literally was networking with someone today and they were like, oh yeah, I know Kid Astronaut, I know John, he did my wedding, like, you know Jason Green?
I do, yeah.
I was just networking with him. He's at Good Business Colorado, and I was like, what? So awesome. Kid Astronaut is going places. Yes, Azure.
Yeah.
You're on mute.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry, I was not on mute. Can we go back really quickly to the marketing action plan?
Yes.
Right there. I love it. The 4 Ps.
Okay, I love it. Alex said, we met him here first, folks. For reals. Next time I see you in person, I'm gonna be like, give me your autograph now.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course. All right, so we have Kat up next. Thank you so much, John. Great work. Kat, are you here?
Yes, I am. I'm just pushing these buttons. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Here we go.
Okay, perfect. If someone could please drop Kat's feedback survey into the chat for me, I'd appreciate it. And Kat, you will have 6 minutes, and I will lovingly stop you if you go over. And once the form's in the chat, we will get started.
Ready? Yeah.
No, not yet.
Okay.
It hasn't been dropped yet. I did see earlier someone had said that they did a 5-week financial literacy program with some kids. So that might be a really cool connection.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Thank you so much, Emma, for dropping it. Okay, so if you all could open up Kat's scoring form, and Kat, whenever you're ready, we will get started.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Of course, I'm Catherine Chacon, the owner of CIAC Income Tax, serving in Colorado for more than 19 years.
Kat, you were frozen. Well, I tell you, this is something. Veronica, come off mute really quick. Has this ever happened?
All of our tech issues all on one night.
On one night, like enough for a year. I've never had tech issues
Yeah.
like this in a year. I think what I'm gonna do, Kat, are you still frozen? If you can hear me, you might want to turn your camera off. What I'm gonna do, just because of timing, we're gonna come back to Kat. Oh, yep, she completely dropped off. We're gonna come back to Kat because I know she'll be back on, and we will just go to our next presenter, Nastasha, and then circle back around to Kat. So Emma, if you don't mind dropping Nastasha's form in the chat for me, I'd greatly appreciate it.
Hey, Sydney, this is Sarah. I will say we had one retro where my internet crashed and then backup person's internet crashed and we lost everyone in the presentation twice. So, because you lose everyone when that happens. So
yeah, so it's not just this
no.
evening. Okay.
We're doing great.
Okay, good. That makes me feel a little better. And I just want to say I am very proud of all the entrepreneurs because this is a lot of pressure to be speaking, right? And then to have tech issues happen nonstop. So I'm really proud of you all. And thank you, mentors, for staying on too. All right, Nastasha, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead whenever you're ready.
Okay, let me start. So, hello, my name is Nastasha Perez, and I am an artist. I create art by hand for liberation. Liberation for those oppressed or disenfranchised by living in modern America. I create comfort, joy, and empowerment because the road to liberation is long and art is an essential part of that journey. You can find me online at artbynastasha.com or on social media, Art by Nastasha. I also recently, very excitingly, moved to a new studio space at Recreative, which is at 765 Santa Fe Drive. Are you still doing okay on sound? Okay. In the Santa Fe Arts District. I also have my phone number up there. Please do not call me. I am a millennial, but please text me. Next slide, please. So art is a huge market. You see up there 61.5 billion. Of course, that does include the auctions of artists like Basquiat or Van Gogh, which can go to, 30 to $100 million. So I'm obviously not in that realm, but closer to home, Denver has been investing in making the city more appealing to the creative sector. There are 7 officially recognized arts districts in Denver. Like I said, I recently moved from Rhino to the Santa Fe Arts District, which is arguably the most popular. If anyone is looking for a fun night out, tomorrow is First Friday. First Friday is like the art event in Denver. Galleries are always open, pop-ups are open, people are handing out food and wine to get you to come see their art. We will be doing the same. So if you would like, definitely come check us out tomorrow in the Santa Fe Arts District. We can do next slide. My target customer is, I strongly believe art is for everyone, but I recognize that my art, being very politically active, is not for everyone. My ideal customer is someone who is socially conscious and politically progressive. They are pro-abortion. They march for Black Lives Matters and they support trans rights. They're invested in their communities and attend local art events like markets, fairs, and gallery openings, and First Fridays tomorrow. Next slide, please. So my 4 Ps of messaging. Again, art made by hand for liberation. So I create fine art with an activist message. And for me, part of being an activist is being environmentally conscious. I thrift and upcycle all of my supplies. This year, I started using donated makeup. So the painting you see right there is entitled All the Colors of the Florida Rainbow and is in reaction to the Don't Say Gay bills that were passed in Florida. And it's colored using nail polish. So that's one thing that I really want to focus on is how unique my work is. Price range is from $5 to $350, and every piece is one of a kind. Next slide, please. So my marketing action plan, I do a lot of in-person marketing work because art is one of those things that is just, it helps by seeing it in person. So doing First Friday, establish relationships, really talk to people when they come up to see my studio. People always like seeing how the art is made. I also, because I ask for makeup, I hand out little flyers that have all of my website and my Instagram, and basically just say, hey, give your art or give your old makeup new life by donating it. Let's see here. So looking at social media, I want to create more reels and videos that show the processes I use that make my artwork unique. So including like how to make handmade paper, how to turn eyeshadow into watercolor, and using nail polish to create abstract paintings. And I'll be exhibiting around the city for June for Pride Month, which is very exciting. Next slide, please. So the Big Rocks, it is a one-woman show here. I do everything from creating, selling, and shipping to managing marketing and inventory. One thing I have realized is how essential a art studio is. I live in a 400 square foot apartment, and there's no way to store all my supplies, and create artwork within my home. So it's very essential. So I was very excited to get my spot at Recreative. You can also find me online at artbynastasha.com. And so I always say I get angry and then I create art. I would love to one day be able to just create art for fun, but we live in the world we live in. I am a queer woman in America in 2022, so it's a very perilous position. My operation cycle begins with what particular social issue I want to look at. That's when I start searching material, creating my handmade stuff, and actually create the artwork. And then I list everything. I do my own inventory and then list online, which gives me another avenue for sales. Selling, shipping, and follow-up get me back to being angry. And we can go to next slide. My biggest monthly expense is my studio. It's $375 a month. So you see what that comes out to. I would also like to upgrade my checkout equipment and get some eco-friendly shipping supplies. There's also, of course, always vendor fees. I'm hoping to look at art grants, community grants, commissions. I say that I am a reluctant participant in capitalism. So this is definitely where this class and these classes have helped the most, is in where I can improve on the funding aspect. So to end with, my name is Nastasha, Art by Nastasha. Come check us out tomorrow, First Friday on Santa Fe.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nastasha. I love how you plugged in the Santa Fe Art District in First Friday a few times. Just to make it clear, will you be at your specific studio this First Friday?
Yes, so it's
okay.
Recreative 765 Santa Fe Drive. It's a very cool used art supply store.
Awesome.
So super fun.
And that altar piece at the end, that's a piece I've gotten from you and I love it.
Yeah, that is.
Every day. I look at it every day. Awesome. All right. So we will let the mentors finish it there. Kat, I see you're back online. And we will let you get started here just in a second. Emma, if you don't mind dropping Kat's information. Okay, perfect. So Kat, please feel free to get started whenever you're ready.
Okay. So, give me 1 second. I have to get this out the way here. Okay. All right. Wait, hold on. Sorry. Oh no. All right. I'm ready. So, hello, good evening. I'm Catherine Chacon, the owner of CIAC Income Tax, serving in Colorado for more than 19 years as a professional tax preparer. I've successfully completed and passed auditing preparations and helped companies pass their auditing every 3 years. I have experience managing multiple employees and offices. I can assist individuals, families, and businesses achieve their goals through comprehensive tax services, webinars to explain and review an I-9, W-2, income tax forms, as well as help with IRS letters. Being bilingual, I can schedule Spanish clients accordingly and provide material to them. I can be contacted by email, chaconecatherine@icloud.com. Phone number, of course, 719-290-4482. And of course, the office address, off of Circle 2860 South Circle. Next slide, please. So what does my competitive market look like? Well, it's a variety. My competitors offer little to no education information pertaining to their taxes, tax forms. And I would like to focus on educating them, letting them know, the youth, what's an I-9, so on and so forth, and understanding of their tax forms. Most tax offices are closed most of the year. I will be open all year round, offering webinars and classes for people that are interested in wanting to know more about a Schedule C, your small business, what happened, all these questions. So I'll be available for that. Little to no bilingual workers, so I am bilingual, so that'll be available for the bilingual market. High preparation fees, I definitely want to keep to a medium to a low cost, and for my network out there, no marketing. Off season is another thing that I noticed that most tax places do not offer. I will market all year round is my goal. Next slide, please. My target customer. My target customer is basically young adults, small businesses, and families. And of course, I will be providing the webinars, and that will give me access to family referrals and friends. Next slide. The 4 Ps and messaging. The products basically right now is what I'm offering is the income tax, the notary service, the webinars, and the tax classes. For the upcoming offices, I will be doing a lot of hiring, so those tax classes will be available to whomever. Prices, again, it's going to range from $10 to $800, depending on what type of service we're doing for the individual. I hope to be in a lot of community events, schools, social media, and of course have the office location for clients, especially for confidentiality and stuff. My message is help me help you receive a better return. That's what we're looking forward to. Reviewing your, from the very beginning of how you filled out your I-9 and your W-2, or how you're running your small business. Next slide, please. My marketing action plan. I do have, with all the years of experience doing taxes, I have worked the marketing part of it as well. So business to business is something that I really like doing, because I get to put my flyers, my business cards, whatever material I have in their facility, so that their clients or their customers can, take my flyers with them. Word of mouth, that's something that I enjoy doing as well. Communicating everywhere I go. Social media, that's another, I want to get the website up and going. It's not up and going right now, but I do plan on doing a lot of fun social media stuff. Again, follow-up leads with the email, with their email, phone number, or a client log. That's, I think, very important, is the follow-up, especially because it's tax season, 4 months out of the year, they don't hear too much, about the business. So I definitely want to do a follow-up, maybe marketing material mailed to them. Next slide, please. Big rocks. Who? It's Catherine Chacon right now. I do plan on hiring employees in the future. The software. That's very, very important. Processing computer for bank products, because I also will be offering bank products for when people can't pay up front. We can use the bank products, take it out of your refund. Laptop, printer, marketing material, where? Just in a confidential setting, as confidential as possible, at my office or at a satellite location. Next slide. And this is my operations cycle. So activity one, first step would be, getting that potential client in, scheduling an appointment with them. Then another important thing is to interview the client, find out what forms they have. How did they file last year, so on and so forth. Prepare the taxes, as you see here, verified tax papers. Sometimes you have to double check. Do you have any other income? Did you receive any other income? Verify, go, through the tax return thoroughly with them. Review again, collect payments. So we'll definitely at that time, we'll have the bank products available. I'll also introduce the webinars, the educational webinars that will be offered to whomever is introduced or that walks in to CIAC income tax. And then of course, last but not least, the close. Close with a professional folder, maybe with my marketing business card, phone number, something that they can contact me as well after everything is said and done. Next slide. So the major costs right now would be basic stuff, as you see there, desk processing computer, mainly for the processing of the checks. When people get their personal bank information, we cannot have other employees, or I do not feel comfortable taking the processing computer, to a satellite location where it's going to be back and forth. So that's important, the laptop for the satellite locations. And you see there, portable desk and supplies, printer, toner, clients, folders, and of the website. So total of $3,758. My funding resources right now are RMMFI and my work, the income that I have right now that's coming in. Next slide. And here you go. Again, I'm Catherine Chacon with CIAC Income Tax, and these are just a couple or a few of the forms that we use during tax season. So these are the forms that I definitely want to look at and be able to explain to my clients and offer that educational peace of mind.
Awesome. Good work, Kat. You did it.
My heart.
Yeah, no, you did it. You did good. Perfect. Great work. Everyone's finishing up the feedback form for Kat. And next up, we have Tamara. And just so you all know, I am so happy I learned this tomorrow, because now I tell everybody this. It's not today, it's tomorrow. So that's how you can remember. So thank you for teaching me that, because now I'll never forget.
That's the goal.
And then after tomorrow, we have Zed. So Zed, you're on deck after tomorrow. If Emma, if you could please drop into the chat tomorrow's form, I'd appreciate it. Awesome. Okay. So mentors, go ahead and get up tomorrow's form. And tomorrow, whenever you're ready, we'll go ahead and let you get started.
All right. So everyone has a story, but trying to figure out how to get that story out in the world and give it life can be challenging. Self-publishing is a really powerful and effective tool for independent writers, and that's where I come in. My name is Tamara, and I am the owner of the Deliberate Page. And we support independent authors who are focused on professional self-publishing. So from fiction and nonfiction, provide editing, formatting, and publishing support services. We help you understand your goals and identify the best publishing platforms. And our services are tailored to your unique journey. We're also committed to keeping costs attainable so that you have the opportunity for financial or commercial success once you publish. To learn more or to book a discovery call, visit deliberatepage.com. This market's a little bit interesting because the statistics really only take into account once a book is published. They don't take into account how an author gets there. But 1.7 million books in 2020 were self-published, and that number continues to grow. Gosh, I totally lost my spot. So I've taken a different tact with this. Because the market is so large, I've really kind of focused on what I can handle each month. And I can service 5 to 8 books each month, which is 250 to 400 books a year. And that exceeds my revenue goals. It also maintains my work-life balance. My clients are commercially focused. They're writing a book either for sales to generate revenue, to generate leads, to convert clients, to book speaking engagements, or to establish their expertise. So these are people who are invested in writing as a business. They want professional experience, they want guidance for their specific journey, for their audience, and they really want a custom product that represents them. Next slide. The primary services I offer are formatting, editing, and support services. My packages start at about $350 and go up from there. These are writers who are focused on professionalism, and so they're usually part of writing groups or organizations. And because each journey is so unique, really it's the personal engagement, so I can tailor my services to them to be personal and authentic. Next slide. These are the 4 things that I want to work on this year. I write an article for an independent online magazine every month. Right now that exists just as an article. I'd like to start leveraging it on it, pushing it out on different platforms, breaking it up and using the content in a variety of different ways. We'll also be joining trade organizations so I can be part of their resource directory, engage in forum conversations, and participate in educational programming, which is what the next one is really developing that educational programming. And the final item is getting referrals, both from other service providers, current and past clients, into a really automated program. I'm the linchpin in this business. Most everything rides on me. So one of the things that's really important for me is to set up systems and automation so that I can spend my time engaging with clients, which is where I really shine. What's wonderful about this business is that it is flexible and remote, so I can be anywhere as long as I have internet to make this happen. And then the how about it is really being personal and authentic in all of my engagements. This is a really high level view of my operation cycle. There are a lot of subcycles, but really it starts with getting those leads, setting up a discovery call, understanding their goals and their needs. Once I have a commitment, I get a deposit, a contract, and details about their project. Do the work, put it through review, make sure everybody's happy that we've met their goals, invoice the final balance, and then follow up, asking for reviews, for referrals, and re-engaging past clients. And my capital needs, so my operating expenses are fairly low for the year, probably around 3,000, give or take. And that's covered with my revenue. And the only real capital expense that I have coming up is replacing a computer. And that's me.
Awesome, great work. Good job. I already told Tamara, like, I got a couple of books in me, so to get ready. All right, cool. So we are going to let you all finish up with Tamara's feedback, and then we are going to go to last but not least, Zed. Zed, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, perfect. So we'll give everybody a second to wrap up. My alarm went off. That just scared me. I was like, oh, okay. All right. So Zed's form is in the chat. And Zed, whenever you're ready, go ahead and get started. I guess it would help if I would share my screen, wouldn't it? All right, your slides are up though. They'll pop up in a second.
Okay.
It says that I'm sharing.
Is it okay if I just share my screen?
Well, I have them up right here. Is it not? Can you all see them or no?
I'm just afraid that because there is a lot of animation added to it, it's not gonna present.
Oh yeah, it's not gonna do the animation. Yeah, because it was sent to me as a PDF.
Okay.
You can try to share your screen. We could try it really quick, but we do have to move a little quick. So
Okay, now it says I cannot share my screen while other participant is sharing.
okay, go ahead. Give it a try. I just stopped.
Okay. Okay, can you see it now?
Yep, we can.
Nice. Okay. Yat She'e Zedriel Thompson Unisha. Hello, my name is Zedriel Thompson, brought to you all the way from the Navajo Reservation. I am 1/4 of Pactana. I am the founder of Zesty Zed. Zesty Zed is a Native American cuisine food truck based in the Denver metro area. You can also find me at Zesty Zed on Instagram. My market environment is Denver is the second most food truck friendly city, and on average, the total amount spent at a food truck is $10, or for dinner meal, $15. The top 3 most common foods are sandwiches, tacos, which fit perfect with my Navajo tacos, and hamburgers, which also fit perfect with my Navajo burgers. And interesting enough, June 24th is National Eat at a Food Truck Day. So don't forget to eat at a food truck on June 24th. My target customers are adventurous, palate expansion, thrill-seeking, fast life individuals. And we do not discriminate over here. But if we had to give it age, it would be age 20 to 45, both male and female. My 4 Ps and messaging is my product. And one of the menu items would be a Navajo taco. Roughly, it would average around $15. This would include your meal and your drink. And then my placement would be at festivals and bars. My promotion is take a taste of my culture through food. My marketing action plan is flyers and postcards, which would be a little bit more of my creativity side, Facebook posts, personal contacts, meaning everyone that I have developed a relationship with over the years who are actually in my contact list, festivals, holiday events, and of course, Instagram. So the big rocks here questions are, who does what? I do everything as of right now. My assistant chef will be my mom, and I am looking to hire a coordinator. What is needed would be lots of library time and research, more specifically Denver Public Libraries, because they do offer free printing for anybody interested in making flyers. Where does this happen? I am going to facilitate in a culinary kitchen, work on my marketing and advertising, working on the pre-orders, and then getting the product to the person. So my operation cycle looks like this. First, you start off with my business, where I need to register, handle my license, and all my fees. Moving forward to the request the facility, this would give me a more date and time of the event, and also give me the culinary kitchen space that I need. My source of supplies would come through my resources, meaning that programs that offer help. I'm really trying to start this first event on a more low income restricted base. So seeing who can help supply my resources that I'm going to need. And then moving forward to marketing, which would be a lot of library time and word of mouth. And then host event which leads up to the cooking and satisfying the customer. So my capital needs on total would be roughly around $55,000. This includes everything for the food truck and the equipment, which would be roughly around $30,000. Non-kitchen equipment, $6,000. This would include my packaging supplies. Yes, labor costs. I'm averaging to look around $7,000 for myself, my mother, and the coordinator. Generator, I am looking ahead, and generators usually cost around like that $1,000. So to have more than one generator. And then marketing would be roughly around 4,000. My food costs 5,000. I'm really focusing on grants. So far, I have found Navajo Nation Artisan Small Business Grant deadline there. And then the Amber Grant for women, anybody who is interested, our deadline is June 30th, and family and friends. Thank you.
Awesome work, Zed. And thank you for sharing about the grants, because those are both grants that I've never heard of before. So I appreciate you sharing those.
Yeah.
If we could all come off of mute really quick and just give everyone a round of applause. Like, this was awesome. Technical difficulties aside, I told y'all, like, I had a superstar cohort. So just really proud of each and every one of you. This was amazing. Okay, so now is the fun stuff. We are going to move into doing our feedback forum. So what does this look like? You all will have the next a little bit under 15 minutes just to kind of talk with an entrepreneur, share some of your ideas and feedback. And then right at 8 o'clock, you're free to go. We have everything we need. I don't want to hold you all up any longer. So with that being said, and because things are moving so quickly time-wise, Veronica, did you do the breakout rooms for us? Thank you. So Veronica's going to put everybody in a breakout room. Mentors, you'll get to talk with someone who's not your entrepreneur and get to meet someone else, give them some feedback. And you all are free to go right at 8 o'clock and have a great evening. I thank you all for being here. And Veronica, go ahead and open up those rooms.
Thanks, Sydney. You did great too.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, thanks, Sydney.
You didn't see me pick up the computer and throw it, so.
Right.